Today we're going to talk about admin tools. Yay. Okay, if you're new to admin tools and new to owning the server or being an admin on the server, this is going to help you and just give you a few simple, basic idea of kind of what things are and what you can do. So, basic. Let's start basic. We're going to start. You press your end key. That's going to turn on your admin tools. If you haven't used them before, you're going to need to put your admin password in. This will be in your config files, or the server owner will have given you a password. That will be that. Put that in exactly how it is spelt, how it is done, and that will turn on your admin tools. Next, I'm going to turn on God mode, which is insert. Wait, when you're in admin tools, put on your God mode, otherwise you will die. You can still die. So put on your God mode, it just prevents you from losing any health, losing your food and water, etc. Next, I'm going to go invisible. You can see my body right now. I'm going to make it invisible. Oh, and poof, I'm gone. Nobody on the server can see you when you are invisible. Not even the other admins. Okay? They can kind of see where you are on the map, but they can't actually see your physical body in the game. And you can't talk to them. You need to talk to another admin in the game, you have to become invisible. When there are players on the map, you need to stay invisible because you can't be seen. So that is a really handy one to know, and you just press I to turn that on and off. Okay. Next, we're going to press home. Home will bring up all of your admin tools. This is your admin tool panel. The basic ones you're going to need to know are Player Manager, Item Spawner, Teleport Tools, ESP, and maybe, depending on what you're doing, XML Editor and Weather. Let's start with Player Manager. Okay, as you can see, there is only me on this server right now. And I'm hungry. I'm not really, but let's pretend we are. And I'm going to put my water and energy up. You fill them up, you press the tick, it's done. You can heal people, kill them, freeze them, ban them, kick them, bring them to you. So if you want to bring another person to you, you will click on their name and click bring. Sometimes you have to press bring twice. This is how you TP a person. Press it twice. Sometimes the first one doesn't quite work, but it will bring them literally right next to you, like right here. So, or just behind you. That's kind of basically all you need in there, honestly. Unless you're doing an event. If you're doing an event and you need to send a server-wide message, 15 minutes left on the timer, I don't know, whatever. You're going to click up here, so all players are clicked, and you're going to send your message. And you're going to click OK. And you can see it comes up, and it will be a server admin's message, and everybody, whether they have messages turned on or off, will see those messages. So if you have to perform emergency restart, you can do it in here. You can send a message in here, and if you have CF tools, you can do it there also. Okay. Next thing, a player manager. That didn't take. Look at that. You can set your invisibility in here too. But honestly, it's just easier to press I and your God mode as well. It's just easier to press a button. Now, whenever I come in as an admin, I press end and insert automatically without even thinking if I need to. And obviously I do, but it's just kind of what happens. I just press it. You get too used to it. Item spawner. Yay, my favorite thing. It's not. Flying's my favorite thing. So, in here, you can literally find any loot item, animal item, Z-based item on the server. So if you have mods in here, they will all be in here. You can see we've got some dragon heads and pelts. That's not vanilla. That's a mod. Okay. So you can see, and you can have preview enabled so you can see what you're looking at. You just go through this, play with this. You can spawn it in your inventory, on the ground, at your crosshair. You can spawn it in any condition you liked, even ruined. If you are trolling someone, don't do that if you're an admin, by the way. But you want to spawn it in, and you want to spawn them a really nice, maybe their favourite gun, you're playing a trick on your friend, but spawn it in ruined, you can. You can literally do pretty much anything in here. Anybody in here needs to know what they're looking at. So this is all your items. This is your edible items. Your transport, so your cars, your trucks, your Humvees, your wrecks, your trains, all of it will be in here. Your boats, everything, it's all there. Your weapons, all your weapons, modded or vanilla. You can see we're using Teddy's weapon pack. They are all in here too. Clothing, you've got all your clothes, whether you're using vanilla, modded, whatever it may be, it's all in here. Your houses, this is your houses, your contaminated areas, spooky areas, anything that's kind of static, you can see it in the previews, like these crates, we've got barriers, we've got buildings. Just have a little play with it, have a look through, kind of figure out like what you know, everything you need. This is my favorite place to be in Item Spawner. This is all the animals and your creatures and your zombies and whatever else you need. So I could literally spawn in anything on here that we have on the server. It's not going to spawn in the inventory though, is it? No. We spawned ourselves in a little dragon. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that thing go. Right. That's basically it. I would have a little play around of spawning stuff in. If the server has presets, they will be here. You can click on them and it'll spawn in that preset for you. We don't. This is our event server, so we absolutely don't need presets right now. Your teleport tools. Now this is fun. So, literally right now, you can see I'm at Krasnostaff. It's come up with my name right here. I'm at Krasnostaff Airfield. Obviously, we have custom areas, but I'm at Krasnostaff. If I want to go to Berezino, I can just click on it, double click, and it'll pull me over to Berezino. We are in lovely Berezino. Look at that. Lovely, wet, rainy Berezino. And you can literally TP yourself anywhere you like. The middle of nowhere. Busy. Wherever you want to spawn yourself, you can put yourself there. So if you want to go look at another player, say there is a player in Northwest and I want to just see, you know, how they're getting on, what they're doing. Absolutely you can. So say they're at the fire station, I'm not going to TP them right next to them because that can cause them a little bit of lag. And if they're in a gunfight or they're dealing with a bear or Zeds or anything like that, that's just going to cause them to lag out a little bit. So what you want to do, say that fire marker is where I'm imagining my player is. So I'm just going to be over here. Then, obviously I can't see them like this. I'm not going to see them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press backspace. I'm going to go into fly mode. I love doing this. It takes a little while to get used to fly mode. What I'm going to do is press Q, and that's going to take me up. Okay, up. And then D and A is left and right. S is backwards. It will take you up. W will take you forward and down. You can use, if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can use that to set it to go faster or slower. I'm just going to put myself down here. Right, well, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to change this horrible, disgusting, rainy Cherno weather And what we're going to do here, you can set what time of day it is. So if you're in an event and you need to change it to daylight, you can change your time here and click apply. So we're just going to go ahead and set it for 12. What we're going to do is we're going to turn off this rain. We're going to turn off the fog. We're going to make it not overcast and not windy. It can take a couple of seconds to kind of realize what's going on. At the minute, that rain is not going to go anywhere. It will. We can change it so it's dark. This does take a couple of seconds to kind of go ahead and change. There we go. Okay, the other thing we're going to do, I'm just going to change it back to daylight. Yeah, we can see again. Okay, the other thing you're going to need is ESP. Now, ESP tools, you can move these boxes wherever you want them. Radius is set automatically at 500. You have to do this every time you want to use ESP. I always set mine to 1,000. Double clicking this will take everything unticked. In here you can see your inventory base, your item base, base building, your rifles, your pistols, your ammunition, your edibles, so all your food, your creatures, that'll be your zombies, your bears, your wolves, any modded creatures that you have in, your survivors, so anyone who is on the map, you will see them here. So we click survivors, we're going to click creatures, we're going to click clothing, we're going to click all of these and just see what we can see. Generally, you don't need to see everything. So if you're looking for a particular item, you're looking for an item of clothing, just turn on your clothing base. If you're looking for food, just turn on your food base. If you're looking to see how many guns are spawning in, just turn on these three, the rifle, the pistol, and the ammunition. And that's what you'll see. If you're just looking at survivors, just turn on your survivor base. And what you're going to do is just toggle it on. Nice and simple. Toggle on. And you can see, we're going to fly again. Press my backspace, my Q to go up. You can see we've got infected in here. This is all your zombies. We've got assault boots and hunter jackets, some jungle boots, everything that you would normally kind of see at Northwest Airfield. That's where we are. Then we've got some ammo. And you can see how far we can kind of see with this radius. Now, if you need to see an area that's quite far away, you can use your teleport map or you can fly, depending on what you do. There's a deer there. We're just going to teleport over, and what will happen? That will happen. Once you teleport over and you're in the radius of an area, all the items will come up. You can see infected from a little bit farther away than the 1,000 meters. I don't know why, but sometimes it can be kind of handy. You can see here, we can see everything that's spawning in the area. Literally, just everything. And yes, we have floating loot currently. I'm not sure why. It's the event server. We're not really too worried. And that's basically it. The only other thing I will warn you about, if you are in here and you have clicked this and you have sent a message, make sure you unclick it. Because then when you are in teleport tools and you're seeing the people and you go, oh no, so-and-so is having a fight down at Starry, I need to go watch that. You could potentially TP everybody to you. We've seen it done in events before. Some people have done it. It happens. It's an accident. So always just make sure that you unclick the player item box. Don't even click yourself. If you click yourself and there are other people on the server and you go onto teleport tools, you won't see them. You'll just see you. That's one of my other biggest tips. Keep this unticked unless you are sending a message or you are healing someone or you are doing something with someone, TPing them, whatever. Always unclick this player manager box. When it's just you, it doesn't really matter. When there are other people on, make sure it is unclicked. That's basically my top tip. Again, we're going to fly and we can see you've got Millie loot here for Starry. We've got all the other sort of town loot spawning in. We've got some hunter pants. We go over here, we can see we've got the medical loot, etc., etc. And that's kind of all you really need to know about your admin tools. XML editor. If you are building a server, you are doing the loot tables, etc., etc., you will need this. So, I don't know, say we're looking for tetracycline. Okay, we want to know how many tetras are spawning in on a server. What you're going to do is you're going to type it in, click on it, get item stats. Click on item stats. It's going to tell you there are 40 tetracycline packets spawning on Chernarus, this Chernarus map right now, and it will give you the locations of all of them. So you can see how many are on the coast, how many are in any given town, any given medical. Obviously, these medicals, there's a lot there, so there's going to be a bigger amount. We got some in Svet. I don't know, say, also we want to see, I don't know, say a knife. Let's see how many combat knives. We're just going to get item stats. We can see there's a lot in the millies, there's a few in the towns, etc. Like, kind of where they're supposed to be. See, that's out on Riffy. You can see any item of loot on your server, you can get it on here. You can even do your heli crashes on here, your Santa sleighs, your bonfires. You can pick them up on here and see where they are, and you can TP yourself to them and go and see. The other things you might be questioning is, how do I put myself down somewhere? Okay, so I'm going to turn my body on for this. There we go. And I'm going to go fly. And I'm going to go, I don't know, middle of this one runway. I'm going to press H. And that's going to move your physical in-game body. And then you push backspace to go kind of back into it. It's a little bit weird. But yep, fly, backspace, Q, whatever, like, get to where you want to put yourself down. Just like that. And you can literally just press H and move yourself. Also, if you're trying to get in front of someone quickly, you can press H and move yourself at, like, wherever your crosshair is kind of looking, that's where you'll move to. And you can do this. Sometimes you will fall, sometimes you won't. And it's kind of makes your tummy go up in your throat when you fall like that, even though you have God mode on. So literally, I can literally TP, like, move myself into a tree. And this is kind of how you set yourself down on top of buildings, out the way. Like, that's just kind of how you do it. You just press H wherever you want to be. And then backspace to go back into it. Yep, that is it for your admin tools today. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I will do my best to answer every question I possibly can. See you all next time.